Well, good morning, folks. I know it's only 3 days ago I did an update, but thought I'd do another. Well, within those 3 days, I've done a bit of painting, which is what you'd expect. I've just done earlier on a flick through the Battle Bestiary for Warhammer Fantasy Battle 2nd edition, and there'll be other couple of books coming within the week or so. I've also been on Splatternatter on the Crown of Command channel with Josh and Johnny. Most enjoyable. Quite a good giggle, actually. Nice to meet guys with a good sense of humour. We actually got some painting done between us all as well. So that's pretty good. Hopefully in the future I'll be on it again. Yeah, really good fun. Obviously we're talking to Josh quite a bit, because he's obviously in Japan. His time zone's different to ours, but because I have a really rubbish sleeping pattern, sometimes next to no sleep, for numerous reasons, end up chatting to him usually over Messenger. But we had a pre-chat before, the Splatternatter went live. And it made me stop and think, actually, that I am butterflying a lot over stuff. And I need to really focus on things. So for those of you who just joined, I do fantasy stuff, but I also do historical, which means I have an awful lot of stuff that I keep flitting in between. Excuse me. Video time and a yawn. But yeah, and as part of that, I tend to flit to this, flit to that, and sometimes it's used to give you a palate cleanser. But all wargamers, if we're honest, like butterflies, we flit from one thing to another. But because of that, I'm not really getting anything finished. So I'm going to try and knock it back a bit and focus on getting things done. So those of you who have followed me or are following me, I will be carrying on with the Norse army, because that's a good passion of mine, and I can use that for 4th or 5th edition Warhammer Fantasy Battle. I want to do a human type army. We don't know whether to do a Dogs of War mercenary army, which can be generic enough to use for 4th, 5th, excuse me, and a Dogs of War army. I'm going to be an evil git. Well, not an evil git, but a bit of a git, and do a Wood Elf army. And that'll be the focus for my fantasy side of stuff. Now, historical side, you'll see Western stuff coming in, Wild West. Because let's face it, who doesn't like a game of Wild West with cowboys, the controversial name Indians, and cavalry? It's got to be done. Everybody loves it. It's a passion of mine. Used to reenact it. So yeah, gonna do that. Got to be done. So that'll include scenery, figures, probably some reviews as well. Now, another passion of mine is the English Civil War. So I shall be focusing on that. First of all, I'm going to do enough to do skirmishing with, and then I'll build up to doing one of the armies, either Parliamentarian, Royalist, Scots Royalist, or Covenanter, or a new model army. My friends that I regularly game with Most of them have got the starts of armies, or like James, a complete army of Covenanters, which you can use for early on or later on. So yeah, so that'll be my focus, as I've got some scenery to do for the fantasy as well. So there's enough there to keep us going, to hopefully whet everybody's taste buds. So please, if you are following me for historical content, please don't think I've abandoned it. I'll always do historical content. Those of you following me for fantasy, I hope there's some nice old miniatures involved on that journey, and new miniatures, maybe even different companies, because there are an awful lot of nice new small companies out there. And being in the UK, there are a lot of smaller companies, and yeah, it could be a good journey. The Western stuff and English Civil War stuff, I can do figure reviews on that from various different manufacturers. I've got enough laying about. But yeah, so anyway, folks, thank you. Sorry for waffling a bit. I hope you found it interesting anyway, just to give you, or keep you involved in the channel. But most of all, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Hit the notification button. I know we repeat this on most channels for YouTube, but we're having to more so now because, unfortunately, all the algorithms and all the gizmos and gubbins that are in the background of YouTube are all changing. So if you follow this channel or have subscribed to this channel, you possibly need to hit the notification button on the channel, so you get or keep getting updates of when I release new videos. But anyway, folks, have a good one. Cheers.